Are there any tunes that are basically guaranteed 100% safe for the engine? Let me take a crack at this.
Yeah.
So I don't. If you're talking about guaranteed safe, that means the damage could never be, or the engine could never be damaged. I'm not aware of anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, even at a factory level.
Yeah, even factory engines blow up sometimes, and sometimes it could be because, we like to say quite often that 034 Motorsport tunes are designed and engineered to be very reliable. And to our knowledge, we've never had a engine go bad on a production file that was sold to a customer. We take pride in that. That's certainly something we work very hard to ensure. We do that by keeping all the factory ECU safety functions intact. A lot of tuning companies, when they start opening up some of these variables, they end up having to turn off or dumb down the safety features of the ECU. So we don't do that. We try very hard not to do that.
Yep. In some cases, the worst case, we will remap it for the greater load ranges, but that's not disabling. Right.
But we always want those safety features to be intact and in place. So, we don't guarantee that your engine can't be damaged. Certainly if you were running our tune and you or we could prove that your engine was damaged from our tune, then we would take that very seriously.
Absolutely,
and work towards a resolution.
It doesn't do us any good if we're releasing software that's going to hurt things.
Yeah, and we're not here to sell software that damages engines and somehow get away with it. That's not what we're about. So we haven't ever seen that. We've had customers running our tuning who had engines fail. It was unrelated to the tuning. Recently, we had a customer whose engine failed on track, going through a long sweeping corner. He was running our tuning, but all the damage to the engine indicated that he had low oil pressure from
sustained load,
side load, centrifugal side load, and the tuning, ECU tuning doesn't control the oil pressure, and if there's no oil pressure, I don't care what kind of tuning you're running.
Yeah, you can have key off, and if the engine's turning, it's gonna.
And oil pressure issues are well documented on stock tuning on track. When you start pulling, 1.25, 1.5 Gs in the corners, that does strain the factory oiling. Yep. So there are some tuners out there who will sell you a really expensive tune. What they do is they basically sell you an aftermarket engine warranty. I believe APR's program is one such. So you buy basically a stage 1 tune, but you pay $2,000 for it. And they take $500 of that and they put it towards the tuning, and the other $1,500 buys you an aftermarket auto repair warranty. And so if your engine is ever damaged, you can go this aftermarket route to get your engine repaired.
To try to get your engine.
And these aftermarket companies, their whole business is to sell you the insurance and then never have to pay out on it. So I don't see us ever doing that. That seems like a gimmick to me. I think it's just better to calibrate your tuning so that there's no engine damage. It's really not that hard. Once you do it, you or your customer has nothing to worry about, and there's no reason to give a bunch of money to an aftermarket warranty company that doesn't really have your best interest at heart. So that's the roundabout. There's no guarantee. When you start modding your car, you do open yourself up to potential failures. Stock cars fail too, so there's just the best way to get no failures is to ride a bike.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, right. You wouldn't be able to buy long blocks and these replacement parts from the dealer and the manufacturer if things like that didn't fail from time to time.
Yeah. But the best thing you can do, the best guarantee that you can get, is to work with a reputable company that has a great track record, and we certainly do. There are others out there as well.
We do our best to test under the most extreme, situations and circumstances we can on all of our tunes.
And there have been times where we have damaged an engine in-house, internally.
Oh yeah.
Before we've released it. And we use that information and that experience to modify the tune to ensure it can't happen. But our goal is always, we experience the failure, not you.
Right.
Our job is to push it past the limits, break it, see what the limit is, and then come back from that. And that's our engineering philosophy and our actions.
We're not trying to blow stuff up, but you got to find the limit sometimes.
Sometimes you got to crack some eggs to make an omelet.